Previously on Relatable Baddies Book Club.
Nesta, bro, she's watching it and she's like, holy moly, this is crazy. Two of like the most apex predators in Prithia, and they're going at each other right in front of me. And she's like, I can't get these dirty thoughts out of my head. She's like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to have both of them pleasuring me at once.
I know!
And she goes, I wonder what it would be like to have Cassian hitting it from the back while I've got Azriel's dick in my mouth. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Welcome to Relatable's Baddies Book Club, where we will embark on a journey reading some of the finest pieces of literature you have ever laid eyes, or ears, if that's your preferred way to consume a book, on.
Oh, no.
A Court of Silver Flames, chapters 31 to 40. On it!
All I can do is sigh.
You know what?
I'm relieved.
I'm at peace.
I'm at peace.
Actually, not quite yet. Can I just say? I'm not quite yet at peace. I'm not fully there.
Why not?
Because it's not secure.
I was there. I was fully there.
No, I have reasons why I'm not at peace, but I'll be at peace by the end of the book. I know it.
And yeah, I said in the Instagram channel, plug if you're not over there, we talk about the book. Why did it take Sarah J. Maas 5 books
Yeah!
to get dirty?
That's-
Give me what I wanted.
We fully were mentally prepared
I wanted that in book 1.
for that in book 1,
That's
right?
what I thought it was.
And we were all, what if it's every chapter?
Yeah.
What if it's just all that? All it's been is storyline.
I know.
Up until now.
I feel like when Sarah J. Maas wrote this, she must have hit 35 and got a bit like, let's fucking get down and dirty.
Mate, she definitely, when she was writing this, let me just say, Cassian's clearly her favorite character.
I don't know. And might I say, I like Cassian. I don't really like Nesta, but
I'm starting to like Nesta.
a little bit more, yeah. But still, I like Rhys and Feyre more. Why couldn't those two do that?
It's never been like that,
Times 10.
Yeah, never been like that.
And give it to me 10 times.
I have a feeling what she's done here is Rhys and Feyre. They like sex,
Yeah.
but they're not freaky. You know, maybe they are a little bit, but it's kind of behind closed doors, even to us. Cassian and Nesta, it's almost like you assume they're gonna be freaky, and they're freaky.
And Cassian's
And
got
Cassian
that
likes it
schlong.
rough. He loves a toothy bit of head. That boy.
Yeah, he's got to feel it because it's so big.
Oh my god.
And Nesta just like sick.
Yeah, no, Nesta she's a horny devil.
Yeah. And credit to the storyline turned up as well. Equally almost.
I saw a really good comment. Someone saying why this is their favorite book. And they said that it's because of the amount of growth within Nesta's character.
Agreed.
And they they go on to say it's their favorite book because of the amount of growth in Nesta's character. It's actually superhuman and real.
Yeah, I get that now.
And then she goes on to say how much she hates Feyre. I was like, come on.
You can't win, can you?
Nah.
So the overall thoughts so far are very happy.
I'm happy, I actually am.
Same.
I'm happy.
I'm very happy.
Chapter 31.
Let's kick things off, eh?
Okay, so Cassian, he comes back to the house, right? And he's all bloody and bruised and shit. And Nesta's like, she's in the dining hall. And he comes in, she goes, what the fuck happened to you? And he's like, I did some sparring with Rhys. She was like, sparring? What the fuck? What did you do? And so you just, need to let out some tension. And then he goes on to tell her about how the baby, Feyre and Rhys's baby, has wings.
And turns out to be, you go.
Well, and she's like, why does that matter?
Yeah.
What, aren't they happy? And then Cassian goes, yeah, look, no, like everyone's like, Rhys it's a blessing, but also, there's not any half-caste or half-breed Illyrians really apart from Rhys. It's very rare. And the reason he is here is because his mum was an Illyrian and his dad was the Fae. But in this instance, Rhys is the Illyrian and Feyre is the Fae. And the female Illyrians, their body has like evolved to be able to give birth to babies with wings, but a normal fae, they get fucked up, bro.
Yeah, they might even die.
Apparently, it's super common for both the mum and the baby to die. But if the baby survives, it's super common that the mum just dies.
Yeah.
Right? So
Very sad.
they're stressing. Apparently, anytime they've tried to cut one out, it just ends badly. And so Feyre doesn't know this yet. They haven't told Feyre.
I was right about this too.
Yeah,
That's what I thought it was.
What? Because the time
I thought it would kill her. That it's too
Yeah.
big to birth.
So apparently, Wings and Feyre ain't going to go well.
So maybe that's in book 6.
Surely they have the baby.
You reckon they had the baby in this book?
Surely.
I don't know, it's
Oh,
not
wait,
even-
no. She's like 2 months into a 10-month pregnancy.
Yeah, it's not about them. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to be next book, and then the next book's going to be like all the boys raising him. Feyre's almost going to die, but she won't. You can't kill the main character.
If she dies, hey, you know what? If she dies, I'll be sad, but it'll make shit interesting.
Nah, but no. Someone said, and it's very true. It's a happy endings book.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. It is, isn't it?
She's going to die and then come back to life.
yeah.
She's going to die and then her kid's going to bring her back to life.
She's gonna die twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her kid's gonna come out with all the powers of the High Lord combined, plus Reese and Feyre, and she's gonna go one seed, and she just comes back to life.
No, and then they'll get the cauldron and put her in it. And then...
So after they're having a conversation, and then so she goes, "Wait, Feyre's gonna die," and then finally she starts to like admit her love for Feyre and that she doesn't want Feyre to die, and so then Cassian goes, "How come you haven't sought me out? Like, how come you haven't come and said anything to me after you just fucking sucked me off?" Well, he says after the other night, and she goes, "You mean after I gave you head?" And he's like, "Yeah." And she gets up, and she's like, "You want to fuck me on this table right now, Cassie?" And he goes, "He's like, I what I see is her standing, going over to him, being like, 'You want to fuck me on this table right now?' And him being like this, like, 'Yeah.'"
I love that she has no filter.
And then she goes, "Well, once that fucking fuck ass haste, your face is healed, bro. Your face looks gross right now after Reese fucked you up. Once that shit's healed, we can have sex all over the house." And I was like,
Damn.
I couldn't be told that.
Neither.
I couldn't be told that, and then have them walk away.
I know.
She says to Cassian, then she says, "I want to try scrying again." I think knowing that Feyre could die. She says something about, "I don't want Feyre's kid to be born into a world of war, so I want to try and end it before it starts," or something.
I think it also kind of put her problems into perspective.
Yeah, like Feyre could die from
Like
having
her
a kid.
sister might die and then she was groveling for so long.
Mm.
Fair enough, she has her reasons to be groveling.
Mhm.
Still not that granted in my eyes, but how mean she was to everyone. But
Yeah.
there are reasons there. But
Yeah.
then someone dying, it's like, oh shit, she's my sister. Like, maybe I should try a little bit more.
So then they try.
Yeah.
But she does it with Cassian's there, Asriel's there, Reese is there, Amren's there, Feyre's there. They're going down to the river house and they're going for it. She's trying, and then it starts to work. She really clears her mind, and she goes like ice cold. And apparently she makes the whole room freezing cold, and she's like stuck. She's wigging out. And Cassian goes, "Feyre, Reese, one of you, go into her mind. Like, tell her to open her hand. She's done it." And then they say, they're like, "We can't get in. Her fucking shields are impenetrable. They're made by the cauldron, and she put them up so that the mask wouldn't get in. But she also can't. She got herself stuck. She can't even get out."
Yeah.
And so then Cassian goes over it. This is the sussest scene, by the way. The way that Cassian got her to open her hand.
Oh, yeah.
I found this so sus. He goes over. He's like, "Ness," grabs her hand. She's ice cold. He goes, "Ness." He starts making out with her.
Yeah, it was a bit weird.
And like the inside of her mouth is like ice cold and shit. He's just in front of everyone. He's just like making out with her frozen body. And eventually she opens her hand.
it was a bit odd.
And I was like, this is sus.
yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know.
it was weird. Opens her hand, the bones and stones, they go around this this bog called the bog.
Bog, yeah.
I think it's called the bog.
Yeah.
And
It was
the bog-
confusing me because of the bog before.
Yeah, same. It's
That's
called
what I was
some.
gonna-
It's like the something bog, the Uros bog or so Urus bog or some shit. And it's right near, or it's in the same. It's in the middle, which is where the mountain was, which is where no courts have any jurisdiction, no laws abide or whatever, and a bunch of like crazy fucking creatures. Like that's where the Weaver lives, and then there's a bunch of like crazy creatures that live there. And the bog, no one's been there for years, but that's apparently where the mask is. So she's got to go get it. Cassian's like, "Yeah, I'm coming." Reese says he should go. Cassian goes, hell no. You're a fucking liability right now, bro.
Yeah.
And so then Azriel goes. Chapter 32. Next day, they go to the bog. Azriel winnows them there. Also, found out Azriel can winnow because he's a shadow singer.
Did they talk about the land of the Kelpies being there before they went? And
As soon as they get there, they talk about it.
as soon as they
yeah.
got there, okay.
So I'll explain.
Yeah.
So found out why Azriel can winnow because he's not winnowing, he's moving through the shadows. And the reason why Cassian can't winnow is because only Faye can winnow and he's not Faye, he's Illyrian. And I was like, oh, okay.
Thanks for all the comments. who
Yeah,
said
thank
that.
you for that. So they get there, and then as soon as they get there, it's gross, bro. The water is like darker than the cauldron. She's like, this shit sucks. And then she goes, what like creatures dwell here? And then they go, well, you're only asking now. And she goes, well, I didn't really want to know or else I wouldn't have come. And they go, well, shit, where do we get started? First of all, we've got the Kelpies. And they start explaining these Kelpies. Oh my God.
Scary.
The Kelpies sound is so scary.
Yeah.
They are, I think Azriel says something about Kelpies, and then Cassian goes, yeah, but like they're myth, you know? Apparently the last ones were seen hundreds of years before we were even born. So like 700, 800 years ago. And they used to dwell in rivers and lakes and shit, and they would lure you in, and then they would eat you. And so they're like, so if you hear a voice, don't follow it.
Straight up.
They don't actually know if Kelpies are there or not. And so they start to, they don't know where the mask is. They have to look for it. And it's going to take ages and ages, obviously. And so they don't want to go in the water. And they are flying around, kind of hovering. And then they are literally just chilling, right? There's a lot of mist, by the way. They're just chilling, looking around. They say something. I think Cassian's holding on to Nesta. Azriel's flying over there. They're flippy flapping their wings, looking around. They're talking to Azriel, right? And then her and Cassian have a quick conversation. They look over. Azriel's just gone.
Yeah, straight up.
Chapter 33. Cassian's like, the fuck? Azriel, where are you? He starts flying around. He sees his the glimmer of his blue stones, Illyrian stones. Siphons.
Yeah.
And he sees them and he sees them tumbling. Cassian whips down through the fog. As soon as he gets down to where he can see Azriel, he whips back up. She's like, what are you doing? He's like, I gotta get you out of here. There's Autumn Court soldiers down there. They shot Azriel with an ash arrow through his wing, and he's tumbling. So he goes, he's flying around. She's like, just go get him.
I didn't like this, left Azriel.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking dump her in a tree.
I know. She's like, go get him. I'll be fine. She's like, no, you'll die.
Yeah.
Puts her up on a tree. Goes back. Wait, he goes down. End of the chapter is him. He just goes, and I just start killing and killing and killing.
That's our
and
boy.
Killing. Oh my God, bro. Nesta is just chilling in this tree, right? And they've been gone for ages. She says they've been gone for 30 minutes. And I was like, how are you getting impatient already? But she's stressing about Cassian being dead. And then she's like telling herself, but she also cares about Azriel, but it's really about Cassian. And so she's like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I need to go find them. And I was just thinking, wait there.
Yeah, literally.
Worst case scenario, just call Reese. Are you serious? Anyways.
It was always going to happen, though.
So she's at the top of this tree. She's got to climb down. Finally gets down to the bottom, hits some grass, right? And then she hears a voice. And the water, there's water right near her, right? Disgusting water. It's like deep as fuck. She doesn't know how deep it is, actually, to be fair. And so she's like, where do I go? I can't go through the water. I'm not going through that water to go find them. And so she goes and she is sitting up against this tree. And she hears a voice. And it's, or maybe does she hear like the water disturbed or something?
I was listening to dramatized audio, and there was like a
Yeah.
and like something was coming.
Yeah, she heard something coming, right?
Yeah.
Out of the water comes this insane looking creature. It's like, she said it had fingers as long as her forearms, claws, comes lingering out of the water. It's like bone white, black hair, eyes huge, black, teeth look like glass, gets out of the water, looks at her, and she can't even scream. She's so scared, right? And she's like, shit, it's a Kelpie. And then it says something, some sus language she can't understand. She goes, and then it's like, just grabs her.
Yeah, literally.
And she goes,
Terrifying.
she pisses her pants. She's that scared.
I thought
She
that
says
was
that she pisses
such
her
a
pants.
funny thing to add. Hey.
I was like, what? I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
And then it pulls her into the water. It just drags her into
She's
the water.
drowning.
Okay. Next thing we know, Cassian and Azriel They finish up on the soldiers. They leave 2 alive. They're like, what are these heiresses lost soldiers? They go, it's likely. And Azrael was like, dude, there's something wrong with these motherfuckers. There's nothing going on in their eyes. Like, they are here for violence and violence only. And they're wigging out. They're like, okay, well, bind them and we'll go back and get... and then they go back to get Nesta. She's not there. He's obviously stressing. Dives down. Sees where she was. Smells the piss. And then he's like, Nesta! Nesta, where are you? She's all scared. Sorry, he's all scared. Azrael's flying around. He's like, I can't find her. We need to call Reese. And he's like, oh, wait, I can't even get the bog. Like, the mist is too thick. I can't even get anything out to Reese. And then Cassian gets in the freaking water.
You're
right?
Trying to save her.
He's trying to go get her. He's getting in the water. And Azrael's like, dude, get out of that fucking water, please. He's like, no, go, no. All right, now, back to Nesta. We're in her POV. And she's getting dragged down. And then she remembers having this knife, right? And she takes one of the Illyrian knives out that she was kitted with from Cassian before they left. And she's like, can't see a thing. It's pitch black. She just knows that where she's getting grabbed, cuts the hand, lets go. And she's like, fuck. Then it comes up, grabs her by the throat, right? It takes her down. And this bit's also gross as fuck as well. She doesn't know where she is, but she hits the bottom and she's freaking out. And then the Kelpie comes up, kisses her, and blows air into her mouth to give her another breath.
Yeah, that was it like torturing her?
Yeah, it was like keeping her alive.
Yeah,
and
just
she goes,
enough.
she's like, what the fuck? And she said that its tongue was in her mouth and shit, like
That
tasted like raw meat or something.
It's pretty gruesome, mate.
I was like, ew, bro, what the fuck?
Well, I initially thought when I was like listening to it, I was like, wait, is the Kelpie actually not bad and it's trying to like show us something down here?
That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, does it like answer to her power or something?
Yeah.
And so basically, I think in the end, it was just going to kill her.
Yeah.
And so
It's like playing with its food, I thought, in the end.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And then it starts to drag her along. And so then what she's doing is, it gives her another breath as well, by the way. And it's gross by the sounds of it. But it's dragging her along, gonna kill her. And then she's like begging her power from within to come out. She's like, I can't use my knives, but I have power. I know I have it. She's begging it. And then she feels and she sees this golden light coming from within, coming out to her fingers, and the Kelpie doesn't realize it. And she gets to the tip of her fingers, and then fucking whack! In her hand is the mask. Straight away, she knows what it is. Puts it on her head. Chapter 34.
This is cool.
Chapter 34. The Kelpie doesn't know what hit him, bro. She wriggles out of his grip. And then as soon as she puts the mask on, the Kelpie's coming back to get her, and just all around them, dead soldiers, past and present. Some of them are probably fucking ancient, bro. There's just dead soldiers, and they fuck this Kelpie up.
Fuck
bro.
yes.
All right, we're over to Cassian. He's wading in the water, stressing out. I think even Azrael got in the water now. And he's like, fuck, what do I do? Bubbling, all right? There's bubbling coming out of the water. Dead soldiers coming out of the water. Cassian and Azrael are freaking out, all right? And then out just comes on, just walking on water, Nesta, wearing the mask. And then apparently it's within Illyrians to bow to power. That's just what they do. And they just, every instinct in their body took over, and they just bowed to Nesta. And
They couldn't bow properly. They're like in the water. And it's like,
yeah.
They bowed to the water's edge.
They
I was like,
bowed
why
as
do you
low.
include this?
Yeah, they bowed as low as they could or something to the water's edge,
Yeah.
but they just like bowed to Nesta. And then Nesta took the mask off, and everything just dropped. She dropped into the water, and Cassian grows out, grabs her, and yeah,
Boss ass bitch, Nesta.
fucking boss ass bitch, bro. It's fucking.
Very cool.
It was crazy, but now they have the mask.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm actually I don't know how I lost track. I literally just did up to chapter 36.
Really?
Yeah,
Extra chapter. Shit.
we're on chapter 37.
Okay.
Chapter 37. They go from the bog. They go straight to the castle above the hewn city, the Court of Nightmares, for some reason. And then Reese goes and gets the Autumn Court soldiers. And apparently, the reason they go here is because they've got Nesta upstairs chilling, sleeping, and they've got the mask in a warded room under a blanket or some shit. And then the rest of them, like Feyre, Azrael, Cassian, Amren, and Reese, they've taken the 2 Autumn Court soldiers down to this pit underneath the city that apparently even the Court of Nightmares residents will not go to. And it's got these beasts under a fucking cage or some shit that only eat like once every 10 years. And they've brought the Autumn Court soldiers there because apparently every time they bring someone there, it gets them to talk. Okay, they've got their blood. Azrael has just been stabbing these motherfuckers in places where they'll bleed but not die.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, Jesus,
The torture.
gruesome.
Yeah.
They're bleeding into where the beasts are. And Reese is like, dude, these motherfuckers, they ain't got nothing behind their eyes. They're like, what is going on? So they really have no idea. They're under some sort of spell. And from memory, they don't really do anything with it.
No, they're just trying to get information out of him.
They are going to call Hellion
Put a spell on him.
to see if he can get them out of the spell.
Oh.
Because Farah goes, if they're under a spell, is injuring them right?
Doing anything, yeah.
And Reese is kind of like, actually, yeah, no, morally, this is actually pretty wrong. So they're going to get Hellion there to try and lift the spell because he's a beast.
And they probably get some information, yeah.
Yeah. Now they go back up to the palace, okay,
Yes.
to the castle or whatever it's called, and they go to check on the mask. And guess who's in there? Nesta, looking at that shit. And then they go, "Whoa, thought this was supposed to be warded. How'd you get in here?" And she goes, "The door was open." And then Amren's like, "Oh," she says again what she says every time she's fucking in the book, like calls to like. So the mask invited her in. Like Nesta said she felt drawn to it, and the mask invited her in. And then they're like, "How'd you take the mask off?" She goes, "I just asked it." And then they were thinking, okay, because apparently it's a thing, like anyone that wears the mask cannot take it off.
You're binded to it.
You're binded to it. You cannot take it off until you die. The only way to get it off is head gets lopped off, right? And so because the mask and Nesta were both made by the Cauldron, it has never been on something of that type of power, and it almost listens to her, which is hectic. And she said that she goes, we need to get rid of this thing. We need to put it in the ocean. And Hashi was like, no, it needs to stay here. If anyone gets their hands on that thing, we're fucked. And she goes, they think she can ward it because she is of that power. But she's thinking in her head, she's like, I need this thing gone because it's like a drug. I want it on. It felt good when it was on. I felt no guilt, no cruelty, no hate, no love. I just didn't feel anything, right? She's been feeling guilty about all this random shit. And she's like, I just didn't feel anything. And I want it on, but I will get addicted to it and I won't take it off.
The perfect person to have it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So she is told that she should just spend the night at the castle tonight, you know? So she goes into Farah's room that she had for the first night. She's like, oh shit, look at this place. She's all dirty and shit, by the way. She's disgusting from the bog. And then she gets in the bath. She's bathing herself. She's all naked and stuff. She's like bathing. Well, she's just loving life. She's like, shit, yeah, this is good. Talks about the most beautiful sunset she's ever seen. Oh, tap, tap, tap. Cassian walks in with a plate of food.
Ooh.
She's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, sorry. 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 And he's like, sorry, I thought you'd want to eat. She goes, is there no dining room in this palace? And he goes, yeah, there is, but I just didn't think you'd want to, get all dressed up and go speak to people. And then she's like, oh, this man knows me better than I know myself. She's frothing. He goes, I'll just put it down over here. And then I'm pretty sure. So he goes, I'll just put this down over here. Puts her food down. And then she's like, do you want to come in? I was like, fuck.
I love that.
Again, she's all cut up and shit from the Kelpie.
Yeah. She knows what
So?
she wants, but.
She's like, you want to come in? And Cassian goes,
No.
Cassian's like, Ness, you're hurt. And she's like, oh, can't even feel it.
Here's what it
They can't even feel it. And he's like, nah, I can't. Nah. She's like, I don't care. He's like, nah, Ness, I care.
He's a good guy.
And then she struts out of the water, bro. Naked.
Yeah.
Right?
I like how it was described. Like, it was the top half, then the bottom half.
Oh,
it's good.
she's naked. Okay. And then she walks over to Cassian and I don't know, they just talk about sex. And then she's like, just sex. And he goes, you can tell he wants more.
Oh,
he's
100%.
like, just sex? She goes, just sex. So I just like picture her for some reason just like kind of walking around.
He had some
here.
attitude and he's like, sure, Ness, it's just sex.
Yeah. He goes like, yeah, whatever, Ness, just sex.
But what was shown when Nesta was in the tree and she was worried about Cassian was the breadcrumbing of she's getting feelings for him.
Fuck yeah, bro.
And yeah, so we're seeing it. And obviously we all know that Cassian's in love with her.
Yeah.
Has been for fucking 3 books.
Has been since he met her.
Yeah.
And so basically he goes, yeah, whatever, Ness, just sex. Like, yeah, you keep telling yourself that type of thing. And so she goes, okay. And then they start making the fuck out, bro. And he goes, I think, is it him or her that goes, this isn't the house though? You know, like, where do you want to fuck me?
Yeah,
On
yeah.
that bed over there. And he's like, yeah, this isn't the house. She goes, that's all right. I don't care. He goes, as long as I still get to fuck you in the house. And she's like, okay.
That's hot. That's hot.
Okay, now. I was reading this while I was tanning, by the way, and it was making me sweatier than I should have been. So,
Composure oil was good.
holy shit. She's buck ass naked right now. Okay. He's still got his shirt and his pants on. He lays her down on the bed, all right? On her back, legs up, just looking at his feast. He goes down and, fuck, there's some talk about the blowjob, whatever. But he goes down and he starts to like toy with her a bit, right? He starts to like lick from the bottom of the top to her vagina. And then she's kind of like, she wants his tongue like inside of her. And he's kind of like, And he like starts rubbing it, getting all wet and stuff. And then he goes to put one finger in, two finger in. And he's like, you want it? You're like,
Oh, the descriptive language.
She's like, well, he's like, do you want this like soft or do you want this hard? And she's like, hard. And he goes, that's my girl or some shit. He starts pumping inside of her, right? Devouring her. And then he gets up and he braces a hand, clothes come off, right? Everything's off. Okay? And they start making out. They're on the bed and he like lifts her up to the pillows or whatever. And they're on the bed and they're making out and his hard, big fucking Jesus Christ, he talks about it being huge. It like grazes her entry and it gets a bit wet. And she's like, and then he goes to like put the tip in. He puts it in an inch. And she's like, Jesus Christ, I don't know if I can take it.
Yeah,
it's huge. And he's kind of like, he knows, bro.
And then she said, I'm going to try or something.
He's well aware. And she says to herself, she's like, well, I need it inside me or some shit. So she goes to like move her hips for it to go in further, but he braces. And he's like, Nesta, I'll hurt you. And I was like, oh, Jesus. Jesus
How
Christ.
big is this thing?
And she goes, I don't give a fuck. I want it in me. And he's like, no, Nesta, look at me. Nesta, look at me. Some shit. I don't know. He didn't yell. He definitely was soft. But she like looks me in the eyes. And she's just like, she's yearning for this thing. And so he just like slowly puts it in an inch, backs it out an inch. Goes in 2 inches, backs it out 2 inches. Goes in 3 inches, backs it out 3. Gets to a point where he can fully go full depth. And she's like fucking squirming on the bed, bro. And then they get to a point where she starts to go like, oh, this shit's getting good, right? She's wet. It's just fucking slipping in and out. She starts to like use the muscles inside of her, like her Kegel muscles or whatever you call them. And he's like, oh, fuck, Ness, to stop, I'll fucking come. And then she's like, not yet. I want you deeper. Pushes him off, gets on her stomach, hips up, get inside me. And he's like, are you sure? She's like, get the fuck inside me. And so he starts railing her from behind, grabs her hips, and he's like, boo, boo. She's just like, oh yeah! She's fucking loving it, bro. Gets to the point where they both just have their massive release.
Yeah.
He just finishes inside her, sits back, and he's like, oh, that was... She goes, I know. Trust me. And he's like, it's beautiful. She goes, what? You liar. You talking about my fucking vagina? He's like, it's beautiful. I love seeing that. I love seeing my seed drip out of you or some shit. It's like dripping all over her legs and stuff. And then she kind of like goes to flip over and he gets up. He grabs his clothes and he just walks out.
Fucking cold.
And she's like, oh, what? He's like, just sex, Ness.
Oh!
And he walks out, bro. And she goes in her mind, she's like, I knew I said just sex, but I wanted some cuddles and shit.
Yeah! It's never just sex.
Oh, fuck me, bro.
I reckon that was maybe the best chapter of the whole book.
Yeah, it's the best chapter of the series so far. Oh my God. Chapter 38. The next day at training. Emery. Good old pal Emery. Oh, actually, can I add that I've left out. It's not a super important detail, but a lot. I think 2 or 3 more priestesses have started to show up to training in the last like week or two, and so Azriel is now coming to train as well. He's another instructor, and he's training the priestesses, and Cassian is training Nesta, Emery, and Gwyn. Keep that in mind. So, next day at training, Emery, she's like, "You and Cassian fucked, eh?" And Nesta's like, "What makes you say that?" She's like, "You just keep looking at him, and he keeps looking at you." And then Gwyn is over in there, and right now they're doing like curls, right? They're training,
yeah.
and they're gossiping. And then Gwyn's kind of like, "Did you?"
It was cute, eh?
Yeah. And so Gwyn, she's a beast. I like Gwyn a lot.
So do I.
She's like, "Did you?" And then she's kind of Ness is she's denying all allegations. She doesn't kiss and tell. And so Emery's kind of like, "Yeah, you did, bud, eh?" And so then Cassian's like, hey, you lot, if you can gossip, you can train or some shit. I don't know, he's been some tough trainer or whatever. And so they're kind of like, oh, shit. And then Ness is like, yo, when are we going to train with swords? And he's like, you think you're strong enough with swords? Sorry, you think you're strong enough for swords? Prove it. Hands her a wooden sword. She's like, what's this? He goes, metal sword? I ain't giving you a fucking metal sword. You'll kill someone. And she's like, yeah, that's the point. Nah. But so he then starts training her with a sword.
And he was like, takes 7 years to
Oh my god, he goes, yeah, I had a wood sword for 7
be
years.
able to wield a sword. And then all the girls are like, all the priestesses are like, 7 years? I don't want to fucking do this for 7
Like,
years.
Jesus Christ,
Come
I
on,
wanted
mate.
to come here for a month.
Ness is like, come on, give me a go.
So then Nesta's out there. She really likes the sword training.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of training. He's teaching her like moves, and there's like 8 moves that you can combine in any way you want and really do some fucking damage, right? And so then she's thinking like, this is hectic. Like she's like, I like swords, bro. This is fucking sick. And just before that, Gwyn was talking to her about how Nesta like couldn't concentrate because she kept looking at Cassian. And she goes, I actually found this. I found the Valkyries. They is what her boss is like studying. They had this method of meditation to really calm you down. And so then they agree to go try it later or some shit. Chapter 39. Nesta attempts the stairs again. She makes it to 6,000.
Pretty good.
She has to come back up.
I know. So she's done 12.
Yeah, like she's kind of, she's obviously got a lot of stuff going on in her head after everything that's happened. And like Cassian's been leaving her alone and shit. But I dare say when's she going to call in her favor? She has a favor. He owes her a favor via a fucking literal bond. A bargain.
I actually think it's going to be something as simple as... No, I don't know. I was going to say she reaches 10,000 steps, has a couple of drinks and doesn't want to realize she doesn't like drinking and says, I don't want to fucking walk back up there. I want to have sex with Cassie, and then flies down and picks her up and they have sex. There's my favor. Or do you think it's something deeper?
I reckon she is gonna be the only one that can go do something super dangerous. And he's gonna not let her. And she's gonna call in her favor.
Oh.
And she could die.
Shit. Or...
Because remember, like, there's
Yeah.
a death god. There's like a death god.
Do you reckon that's going to be the favor?
Yeah.
Imagine that.
That'd be sick.
Poor Cassian, buddy. In love.
I know. Anyway, she tries the stairs, gets to 6,000, comes back up. That after training that day, her and Gwyn try this meditation thing, and I don't know. It was kind of a nothing thing. Like it kind of works, kind of doesn't. She has to clear her thoughts. She thinks about Elaine a lot and about how she really she knows that like the things that she has said to Elaine were bad, but for some reason she feels as though like everyone's choosing Feyre. I'm getting kind of maybe jealousy vibes for Feyre. Like she's like, why is everyone choosing her over me?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Conrad, fucking Jesus Christ, you're pushing them away.
It was, you said at the start, relatable in a sense that her healing was very human in the coping mechanisms that's happened: sex, drugs, alcohol, meditation. Like all real.
She's getting there, like actual growth.
All real stuff that you can
Yeah.
actually do, not like some fucking mask you put on your face and to get some gods and you feel sick. Like.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Chapter 40. Again, kind of a nothing thing, but adds to the story a bit. Cassian takes her to a blacksmith who makes weapons, and he just wants her to learn how it's made and like how it's actually quite an art form. and just respect
He
the
turned
art
into
form.
like a boy when he got there, but he's like, oh, I forgot how sick this was.
Yeah, he's kind of like, yeah, I haven't been here for a while. I forgot what it was like. I just buy my knives and fucking kill shit with them. And so then after at training the next day, she's nearly done, and then they have about 15 minutes left, and she's kind of like getting ready to like, she wraps her arms up and she kind of looks at Cassian as in like, yeah, I want to like kind of spar this bag. And he's like, hey, by all means, go for it. And so she just starts laying into this bag. It's got like it's a tree stump with like a blanket wrapped around it a couple times. She's just laying into this thing, right? And so he's just chilling there watching. Training's actually ended 10 minutes ago, and she's just still going at it. Doesn't even realize everyone's left. And then Lucian, our boy Lucian rocks up. Haven't seen him for a fucking minute.
Thank God he's back, a boy.
Lucian rocks up, and he's kind of like, and Cassian doesn't like him.
No,
I like Lucian.
I like Lucian too.
I was like, what the fuck, you mean, dick?
He's really done no wrong.
He's done no wrong.
Yeah, he's just association with
His associating with Tamlin is the only thing he did wrong. So he's kind of like, he's like, whoa, Jesus Christ, how's it going out here? Whoa, 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 you actually got it to train? And he's like, yeah, what of it? He's like, what are you doing here? He goes, oh, you know, Feyre sent me up to just have a look or something. And he's like, you know, she's not an amusement park, or like she's not something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he was like, Cassian, dude, I'm not your enemy, bro. All right, chill. And then he goes and he looks at Nesta training, and he's like, Jesus, because apparently Feyre isn't going to come up and watch because Nesta would hate it. And so he says to Cassian, like, oh my God, mother save you all, from Nesta's training. And then Nesta finishes, doesn't even look at Lucian, just walks inside, and they go over to the thing she was punching, and it's like white hot with flames or some shit. And Cassian goes over, but it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
And then he touches it, and it just like turns into fucking dust nearly. And then Lucian's like, again, mother save you all. And then the chapter ends.
And that was it. But I do think, maybe not Rhys, but I was going to say Rhys and Cassian's downfall will be how protective they are. Just trust your girls, eh? They're so protective. Let them do what they want.
I mean, I guess like the only thing I'm thinking is like, I don't want to justify it, but 500 years of loneliness finally ends.
Yeah.
And then they want to go kill themselves.
I feel like Cassian's been fucking a little bit, but he had his mates. I've said it in another book. He's had his mates.
Oh, he's had plenty
Yeah.
of friends, apparently, over the
With that
years.
fucking thing.
He's betted plenty.
That hog.
So, we're happy.
I'm super happy,
I'm
man.
super happy. Chapters for next week before we do predictions. 10?
Yeah, 10.
10? 10 seems to be good.
How many's in this book, quickly?
I'm pretty sure we did 10, 10, 10. Like,
Yeah.
it works out perfectly
Yeah.
to do 10.
Let's say that. So it's
Yeah.
41 to 50.
Oh, look. They
Oh.
give you a cheeky little Crescent City chapter.
We need to, I think the hidden chapters are in these next ones.
Oh.
I think, or next. It's either
Oh.
48 or 58. So we'll get to that. I've seen the baddies commenting. We will get to that and add it to our recaps.
Uh-huh.
But I reckon 10 chapters, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go 10. 80.
80. Oh, perfect.
So, perfect. Well, I want to read those chapters.
Yeah, 10 more chapters.
Okay, so 10 more chapters and predictions. Obviously, we're going to scry
Yeah.
and find the other two things in the Dread Drove. You know?
Do you think Nesta will be the ones to go get him again?
Yes.
I-
Each time it's going to be her and Cassian.
I reckon Azrael will go get one on his own.
Oh, you think just kind of like, just to, yeah, he'll
Shadow
just go
Singer
get one.
type shit. He won't even hear about it. Like, oh, yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah, he'll just go get one. Like,
And then
it
the
is
other
what it
one,
is.
like,
Oi, prediction for what the secret chapters are is one chapter, all right? There's another chapter of her going on an adventure to get one, right?
yes,
She gets it
yes.
and comes back. And then Azriel's got one. And we don't know how he got it, but he had to struggle to get it. And he's all injured and shit, right? But he got it. Secret chapter is him getting it.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
That's all you get out of me today, guys.
That will obviously happen. They'll get those three. Oh, do you reckon? Do you think there's going to be a happy ending and they're all together? Like, there's going to be a lot more fucking, which I'm looking forward to.
I don't think there's going to be a super happy ending because it was like happy ending Akatar, not so happy ending Akamath.
True.
Happy ending Akawar, happy ending Akafas. Now this one, there has to be a bit of a cliffhanger because there's a sixth book coming out.
Yeah. Well, do you know how at the King of Highburn, when Cassian almost died, Nesta was like on top of him, being like, if one of us dies, we go together. I reckon something like that's going to happen again. And Nesta's going to be like, I love you, Cassian. I love you. And then he's like, I love you too.
Oh, so you think they never actually start to properly date in this one?
No.
But they confess their love by the end of it.
Yeah, that's
I
what
like
I think.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
like
think is
that.
going to happen. It's like Cassian's going to almost die.
Yeah.
Nesta will save him. And like, don't die, Cassian. I love you. And then the kiss or something will bring him back to life.
I like it.
So,
I gotta say, one thing I will say about this one is, I like it, right?
Mm.
But I think I like the first three better still
it's different.
because it was like this one, we haven't had too much emphasis on how bad Koshi is. You know, we don't know what he's done in the past, and the queens. Like, we haven't had anything to do with the queens.
We learned so much about Highburn.
Like, yeah, we learned so much about Highburn in Akamath and Aka War.
Yeah.
So
What happens when they get all three things?
that's honestly such a great question, because also, why are they getting them again? So the other people don't have them?
Because they will use it to bring back the cauldron, or to find the cauldron.
They know where the cauldron is.
No, the other people.
Oh, the other people will use it to find the cauldron.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like
they-
calls to like.
Like calls to like.
Hey, man.
I
And
al-
also, Koshi's trying to get himself out of the lake.
What I always yes that was it, and they need the cauldron to do that. And if they find these things, they can get the cauldron. He can come out of the lake, and then he'll kill everyone. But also, why doesn't fucking Nesta put this mask on, call all these dead fucking warriors, and go march in there, and
Kill the
fucking-
queen. Go kill that random queen.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Like, why don't we try and get this before we found the Book of Breathings? For the last
Book of Breathings was easier, and Amryn forgot they existed.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she
bloody,
said that.
Bloody Amryn. Oh, I forgot about this thing. But overall, yeah, super happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very, very fun book.
Yeah.
This one's fun.
Slay. So we'll keen for more sex.
Yeah.
And I guess stay bad.
Said every boy ever. We love you.